welcome to another segment of my YouTube channel. It's a pleasure to have in my midst Mr. Elvano Rahming, who was in prison for a couple of months, and I want to talk to him about the experience. I want us to learn to see what can we do to reduce the number of crimes that are taking place in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Not only in Turks and Caicos Islands, throughout the world, crime is a big issue. Welcome to the show, and I really appreciate you making yourself available to come on the show, Elvano. Tell us who you are.
My name is Elvano Rahming, born in the Bahamas, school in the Bahamas, raised in the Turks and Caicos. As a married man, father of one kid, construction worker. Good man, trying to help solve the crimes in the Turks and Caicos. My motivation is put down the guns, pick up a tree.
That's it. Elvano, you were sent to prison. Why were you sent to prison?
I was accused in 2009. I was accused of a murder, and I didn't do. So, when 2 years after, when the police department come up with cold case unit, I was the first man they arrested. Say, I was wrongfully accused of a murder I didn't do, and I live up to my innocence. During the time I was in prison, I got sold the faith of God, keep praying, and everything would be alright, because if I did do it, I wouldn't stay here in the Turks and Caicos. I'd have run to my home country and never come back here. And during the time I was on bail, I traveled to the Bahamas on a murder bail and still come back and face my charges in life. I was wrongfully accused, something I never did.
Wow. So, Elvano, what evidence they had when they accused you? Don't they have to have evidence?
There was hearsay evidence against me.
And hearsay was allowed in the court to put you in jail.
Put me in jail.
Wow.
Spent about a month and a half in prison.
During that time in prison, what was the experience like? I mean, we're hearing so many things about prison life.
Prison life is very hard. To tell you the truth, it's very hard. There's no place for no young man to be, no human to be. Understand? But sometime in life we ain't perfect. We all make mistakes. But the biggest issue about prison, they don't have no program to say, teach the youth something in jail. Yes. If you look at other countries, like 2 years ago in the Bahamas, if you'd have read, you got 99 inmates, graduated with a certificate. So when they come out of jail, they can go straight on the job and not being neglected. They got a second chance in the society. Understand? Because if I come out of jail, I ain't got nothing to do. I can keep committing the same crime over and over if everybody keep turning me down. Because what I feel like, some of these youths, some companies need to bypass the police record and give them a second chance in society. Because if I got to change, they could change too. You understand what I'm saying?
So I mean, when I went to college in the United States, that's one of the first things I was impressed with. I used to tutor in prison, and I was so amazed that to see the prisoners being given opportunity for higher education. And so some of them, when they finished their time in prison, they had a degree. So I really like your point, what you're saying, and that's a very important point you have raised about that. So hopefully, something will be done soon. Now, you were wrongfully accused. You spent time in prison, and I assume all that was on your police record.
Yeah, because at the time, this ain't the first time I had gone to prison.
Really?
At the time, I was 2001. I was 15 at the time on a vacation break in the Turks and Caicos. And I was still in school. And I went to jail for 40 grievous acts for starving a guy who would have robbed me when I come from work. And I ended up doing 6 months in 2001.
So that crime, you did commit that crime.
I did commit the crime. And I just went up to the charges and I do my time. And from then, my life has changed. So, 2009, I was wrongfully accused because I ain't a party in person. You understand? And then the bullet would have come with this real boy. It was from a police car.
And it took place at a party.
It took place at a party.
So, did you find it difficult finding employment?
Yeah. Take me about a year before I find employment and tell Kenny Grant give me a chance in the society. That's why I can say
You talking about the police officer?
the police officer. That's why I say I don't look at all police as bad police. There's some with a good heart that like Kenny Grant really changed my life a lot.
How?
Giving me a job, trusting me, he had faith in me. His words give me positive. Understand? It really changed my life a lot. And every time I see him, I just give him special thanks. Because if you look at it, sometimes the system is turning young youths into animals. Some police don't know how to treat a human when they lock up. And they really do treat humans like dogs. You understand? It's not acceptable. If the police can have a better communication with the community, I believe we'll be a safer community. Because they doing policing, it ain't the right policing. Policing is walking around the community, door to door, getting to know who is who. You understand? That's the only way you will know when something happened.
Community policing.
Community policing.
Could you elaborate on that point when you say police treat you like dogs or animals? Could you elaborate? Tell us more what you mean by that and how they do it.
Number one, when you lock up in a prison in the cell, you don't have no rights to call your family. They give you any type of food, they want to give you leftover food, sour food. If your family want to bring you a hot healthy meal, they turn that down. They treat you like, if you want to use the bathroom, and you shaking on that cell saying, officer, I want to use the bathroom. They don't like, no. They really do treat you like animals.
So that's prison officers, not the police.
That's the police, like when you're in the police station.
Like for the one night.
Yeah, for the one night.
Okay.
You understand? Because the police just really treat humans like dogs sometimes when they lock up in the cell. Understand? We have a few good police out there. They help a young kid that don't do these things. Because if you don't have a police that encourage you, they don't do this or don't do that. You understand? And I can't say it really come from them too, because the parents got to take part too. You understand what I'm saying?
Elvano, we have had 19 murders this year in the Turks and Caicos Islands. And we're just in the month of September. We've had probably 13 or 14 in 2018. And what do you think is causing people to commit murder? Why do you think these crimes are taking place?
Number one, it's all kind of different things. Sometimes it's be turf war. Sometimes it's be turf war, drug war. Or sometimes it's just poverty. Because if a man ain't working to feed his family, he will do anything that's necessary. You understand what I said? And most of the grown men them in the streets will hang around young kids. They need to be motivating them too. Because you still get some grown man still motivating these young girls to go commit these crimes. And it really comes from lack of parenting too. When the father ain't there, the father do play a big role in the child life. You understand what I said? And the thing is too, a lot of us don't have an opportunity. So like I tell you, if a man can't get an opportunity into society, he can go back with them and keep committing the same crime.
I I hear what you're saying, right? But why someone has to kill? I mean, why didn't just take what they need and go? Why do they have to kill somebody?
They really do it for name too.
The name.
Yeah, because if you listen, what get these young boys influenced on you is most of the rap music. Understand? Because I used to do rap music too. So what made me stop doing the gangster rap music? As I said, my words could be influencing somebody to go commit a crime. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to do in the music now, I'm trying to promote positive. You understand what I'm saying?
So you do music,
I do music.
and so you're working now. What are you doing to more or less empower the young people or educate them so they won't be wrongfully accused? Of course, anybody can be wrongfully accused, but to encourage them maybe to be at the right place, whatever, or just stay out of the wrong company. Well, what are you doing? Are you helping out on that area?
So
Tell us what you're doing.
most of the time I play basketball with the youth, so motivate them. Like they get try a fight on the court, break it up, and I don't need to live like this. You understand? And most of the time, if I see a young guy working, I'll encourage him. I say, yo, who you working for? You working for this person, that person? I say, you know what you need to do? Focus and pick up that trade. You understand? Try and see if you can earn bigger money. You understand? Because if you could pick up a trade, this is how I thought of it. If you could pick up a trade, you wouldn't know so much foreigners coming to take which you don't know. You understand what I'm saying? So I always motivate them when I see them working. Sometimes I try to help them too. I know somebody who's hiring, I say, yo, I know this person who's hiring. I'll do my best. There's only so much I can do, but my words is encouragement too.
Absolutely. So I know the government is talking about opening a trade school. So based on what you're saying, man, the trade school being about a positive change in society.
Yes. Like the Bible say, you gotta bend the tree from young. So young generation within school now, it's the best time to grab them. Because if you could teach them from young how to learn this trade, they'll become a better person in the society. Like all that do like me, I never finished school. Why I never finished school? Because I was a follower. I was in gangs and all of these things. Fighting for friends, doing this and doing that. It really put a change on my life too. When I get kicked out of school, my mother turned to me and say, can't look my way for help now. You better go there and earn up to what you want in life. And that's when I gone, took up a trade in DTVI.
That's another practical.
Yeah. Pick up a masonry trade. And from then, I just keep on picking up trades and trades. Because there's an excitement to me. It'll be a change for the youth too, you understand? Because if he go learn a trade and be positive about it, there's no way you can fail. That's why I say they really need a program from in jail. Teach these young youths a trade. The only time when I was young, when I was in the jail, I was an officer. I don't know what's really in his name was Officer Laps. He's from Brampton. He used to do carpentry in jail. And I used to watch him and he used to show us little something to learn. Younger generation in jail, he used to do that, but now that don't happen no more. Trade school is important.
It is. You mentioned earlier you joined the gang, right? Why did you join the gang? Why did you do that?
Like I say, I was following bad company, bad influence. When I see them do things, I'm gonna do it too to prove my point across. You understand? I raising the bombs, raising the ghetto, watching this and that happen. So my mother She sacrificed for me. You understand? She see that wasn't a life for me to stand in the Bahamas. So I come over here to make a change, because if I was still in the Bahamas now, I wouldn't have been here talking to you up to this day. Because I would have still been into the gang activities. So, Turks and Caicos on the whole really slow me down, wake me up to see who I is. What really make me drop out of the gang, every time I get on lock up, and my mother crying. You understand what I'm saying? Every time she got a good report, she crying. I used to put a hurt on my heart. I used to take away a lot from me. My mother never used to sleep. My mother could have had a restless night, and I changed my life. You gotta treat it being serious about life. You understand?
I want to go back to prison, right? I know you was there for a short period, and there are a lot of stories. There seems to be a lot of freedom in prison. We saw videos of people displaying money, people having TV, all sorts of stuff in prison. When you were there, did you see this kind of stuff happening in prison?
None of that never used to happen. It wasn't like that. Because the first time I'd been there from 2001, it was the prison was mixed up with Montserrat prisons. Understand? Mm-hmm. Back then, it wasn't the same like what they do now, because back then they used to teach us computer classes on our spare time.
In 2001.
In 2001, in the prison at that time, I think Almeida Wilson.
Almeida?
Yeah, I think she was the superintendent at that time. And it was good programs, you understand? But it wasn't the same, no fun thing. Because when you were in there, you want to get out. The way how it is in jail is like, we telling young dudes to say, it's good to come to jail. Jail is okay. You understand what I said? Because it's bad prison management.
So, I want to thank you for being on the show, and thank you for sharing your story. And, do you have any closing remarks you want to share with the viewers?
All my Turks and Caicos ghetto youth are there. Please put down the guns and pick up a trade. Please come together as one, and let's have respect for humanity. All the areas out there, from different areas, we need to come together as one, and let's respect one another. Please, let's stop our mothers from crying. Let's stop our children from crying. Let's live to see our children grow. And have a peaceful nation. One love. Put down the guns, pick up a tree.
Thank you again, Elvano, and I really appreciate the opportunity that you took the time in the day today to talk about the crime that you were accused of, your time in jail, and the advice you're giving to the young people. And I do hope that people take this advice seriously. We have a huge problem with crime in the Turks and Caicos Islands. It doesn't seem like we know what to do, what's causing it, because it's not being resolved. We're unable to resolve the cases we've had so far. And I hope that people listening to this will have a wake-up call and realize that they shouldn't be using guns on anyone. Even if you need money, you don't need to kill somebody. Just take the money and go. Just take the money and go. Why do you need to take away someone's life? There are family members who are still suffering, who are still grieving, and some will grieve for life, who've lost their child, who've lost their spouse, innocently. And the murders out there are on the loose. Nobody knows who they are. We need to do something about this. And here's a story from Elvano, and I hope it's encouraging to all of you. And that I'm hoping that we'll see a positive change happening in the Turks and Caicos Islands and throughout the world. Thank you again.
Please pick down the guns and pick up the tree.